Hi, welcome to Bonita's Kitchen and thank you for joining us. What I'm going to be making for you today is stuffed chicken breasts and baked spuds, baby spuds. Our chicken breast is going to be stuffed with an old-fashioned stuffing we would use for stuffing our chicken or turkey. And the baby spuds could be any kind of baby spuds. It could be mixed ones, it could be all red. I just got all red ones today. So I'm going to show you to make your dressing, how to stuff your chicken breasts, and how to prepare your spuds to bake them. So let's get started on the dressing. And when I say dressing, it's the same as stuffing. It's the same as what you would use. You can get it in a box. You can buy the stale bread already. But this is my white homemade bread and it's a couple of days old. So what I'm going to do is just grate it with my hands. It just falls apart like this to make the stuffing. So continue doing that. You probably need, I'm going to do for 2 people today. So 2 cups of stale breadcrumbs is fine to make your dressing. So pretty much what I'm doing here now is just mixing the stale bread together. We're going to be using a pinch of pepper, black pepper, a pinch of sea salt, and we'll probably use about a teaspoonful of savory, and you can use summer savory, or if you got access to the savory here in Newfoundland, a tablespoonful of room temperature butter, or if you don't have butter you could use margarine. And I got a small onion cut up into little cubes, so you can probably use about 2 to 3 tablespoonfuls of the onion. And we're just going to mix all this together with a spoon. You can do it with your hand too. And then a little dash of olive oil. That's all you need to do for your dressing, which is also called stuffing. So I got the dressing or stuffing just put to the side until we're ready to use it. Now we're going to prepare our baby spuds. Cut off any, what we would call eyes, which is little dark spots in the potato, and then we're going to cut them in half like this and then put them into some water. If you can do this in advance, it certainly would be quicker. So pretty much, again, all we're doing, we're going to clean them in the water. But you don't need to peel them because these are very sweet and nice, and the peel is absolutely delicious on these. So cut them in half, continue doing. If you're only making it for 2 people, probably only use a half a bag of the baby spuds, or if you're making it for a family, make all of them. It's up to you. Okay, so I'm going to continue cutting my spuds in half, and then I'll show you what the next step is. Okay, so they're all there. So I'm just making, like I said, for 2 today. So I'm just cleaning them like this in the cold water, and then I'm going to drain it off, and I'm going to show you what the next step is. So pretty much after you drain the water off, you're going to pat the little spuds dry just until most of the water is off it. I'm going to pour it into the bigger bowl so as I could work there. What I'm going to do is eyeball. If you want to use a tablespoonful, you can. So it's about a tablespoonful of extra virgin olive oil. We're going to be using a teaspoonful of rosemary, and it could be the grated or the almost looks like savory. A teaspoonful of garlic powder or fresh garlic, about a pinch or 2 of pepper, and the same with the salt, sea salt I'm using there. So you're going to mix this together like this until all of that seasonings are all mixed equally in with the potatoes. And what we're going to do now, we're going to set this aside until we do the chicken, and then we'll blend it up. We'll put it all together and I'll show you what it looks like. So this is where the fun part starts now. I'm going to cover my chopping board with one of my movable covers, and I'm going to reach for one of the chicken breasts. Now I've had them soaking there in water. I just wanted to clean it a little first. I'm going to put it on my chopping block, and what I'm going to do now is cut it not all the ways in half, but just partially. You can see it's a little thick, and you're just going to take your knife and start cutting towards you, but not fast. So you're just going to continue cutting like this, as you can see, until you work your way into the back of the chicken breast. Now, I'm using a boneless chicken breast here, but if you want to use one with the bone in, that's fine as well. So what I'm going to do now, I got that one cut, I'm going to put him out of the way over onto my plate. Okay, so I'm going to cut this other piece. So again, sliding it towards you and opening it up. I'm going to wash my hands here now, and I'm going to clean off my surface, and I'll show you what the next step is. Okay, so I'm going to replace the top with another one. So now we got all of our chicken breasts ready. So basically what you're going to do now, you're going to start stuffing them. You're wondering, how are you going to stuff a chicken breast that's just open? So pretty much what we're going to do, and I'll show you the first one like this, and then I'll bring you in closer to show you what it looks like from there. So you're just going to take a nice helping of your dressing, which is also called stuffing. If you want to use stovetop stuffing, is fine too. And then take the other part of the breast and fold it over like this. So then you got your chicken breast with the dressing on the inside. And I'll show you what that looks like. So we got one chicken breast already done. So now we're on number 2. So you're going to do the same. You're going to put the stuffing, which I'm calling it dressing, into the center of your chicken breasts, like that. And then you're going to take the other part and fold it over, and it'll look something like this. You don't need to pin it down with anything, because the chicken is not going to move once it starts to bake. I'll get to the next one there, and then I'm going to show you what the next step is. So I got the 3 chicken breasts ready. I'm just going to quickly wash my hands here, guys. Pretty much what I like to make 3 chicken breasts for 2 people, because there's always one person that wants that extra little taste. So what I'm going to also be using here now is seasoning. Is just almost like a shake and bake, but it's a seasoning breadcrumb. You could use the breadcrumbs you already got and make it a little more coarser and put it over, or you can buy it already made. And just take out just a small amount, just to season over the top like this, to bread your chicken breasts like this. We won't be rolling it in it, because you know what happens when you with the stuffing in there, it'll all fall out. So you just need to do like that. I'm just going to touch a little bit more. I think I got enough on there. You don't need nothing on the bottom, just over the top. So pretty much what I'm going to do here now is just take it over to my baking sheet, lined it with parchment paper, not wax paper, and put it down, giving it a little bit of space in between, like this. And that's all you need to do with that. So this is pretty much all you need to do once you put it into the pan. Just leave it there like that, and I'll tell you the amount of time and the heat after. But I'm going to wash up again, and I'm going to show you what to do with the spuds. Okay, so before I start on the spuds, I'm just going to put a little bit more seasonings. I'm going to put a bit of pepper and a little bit of garlic over the top of the chicken. Just in case there's not enough flavor in that seasoning breadcrumbs. So we already done the marinating of our spuds with the rosemary, garlic, salt, pepper, and some olive oil. You're going to take it as well, put it out onto a lined baking sheet with parchment paper. And again, I can't stress enough, parchment paper is what you're going to use, not wax paper. And just spread it all out and flatten it for quicker cooking time, because some people like to part boil their spuds first and then cut them in half, do the seasoning, and some likes to do it this way, but this is the way we're going to do it today. My mouth is watering already. It smells absolutely amazing in here. So, cooking time. We're going to put both of them in the oven the same time on a 350 degree heat for 45 minutes to 1 hour. Chicken breast, because it's boneless, skinless, you know it's not going to take a whole lot of time. And the potatoes only need to be forked on. They don't need to be falling apart. So meet me back here when it's cooked and I'll show you what it looks like. Welcome back to Bonita's Kitchen. Our stuffed chicken breasts and baked baby spuds are baked. I'm going to go get them now and show you what it looks like. This is it. This is as good as it gets. It smells absolutely delicious here. Hopefully I won't get any spuds on the floor. I want to put it into a bowl or a serving dish. So I could drizzle a little bit more olive oil over the top of my potatoes. And just dash it around like this. And I'm going to take out one of these chicken breasts. Just look. Isn't that absolutely delicious? Come in a little closer and I'll show you. Now this is what it looks like. Absolutely delicious. And again, it smells amazing in here. And what I got also prepared off here to the side is some carrot and cauliflower. I'm going to plate up some stuff. Just look. Now, I mean, you could make double the amount, but this is pretty filling when you serve it. And this is a serving for 2 and a little bit extra, and this is what it looks like. Now I also got to have with the spuds a little bit of sour cream, and I like having a little bit of salsa because I like the bite, and I wanted to add some of my cabbage mustard pickles to have with it. So there it is. Absolutely delicious. I know I'm making my husband hungry here now because he's looking at his chicken breast. I'm going to cut off a piece here now and show you what it looks like on the inside, which is there. And I'm going to have a little taste. Now you can also make a nice white sauce with this, or you can leave it like that. Anyway, it's delicious. So good. I'm feeling I've still got food in my mouth there that I'm chewing on. This is a delicious meal to have for 2, a romantic meal for Valentine's Day or for a birthday, anniversary celebration. This is quick and easy. You could do the prep work in the morning, cook it in the evening, whatever way you want to do it, but this is what it looks like. Absolutely delicious. And before I go, I'd like to remind you to subscribe to Bonita's Kitchen, and more recipes like this you will get access to. We'll send you an email prompting you to look at that recipe. It's just hit the subscribe button up at the top right hand corner on YouTube, and it'll show you what you need to do. And also visit me on www.bonitaskitchen.com, my Facebook page, and you can tweet on Twitter. And before I go, I'd like to thank my husband behind the camera, R.A. Mosaic Productions, for chasing me with the camera today and looking at this meal and drooling. So I hope you enjoyed this recipe today, and thank you for joining us. From my kitchen to yours, you have a wonderful day.